How's it going, everybody? My name is Infamous Isaac, and I'm here with a video on One Piece, the Reverie arc. It's super short, like generally like 14 episodes or 10 around there. It's super short. Like, if anything, I'm trying to just record this video first, and then if it's like too short, like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, or anything around there, I'm just gonna attach it to the Wano part, and or like Wano Part One because this arc is super long. So if anything, it'll just be like that, but I don't really have much to say on Reverie, but I still want to talk about it because it is an arc in One Piece. So let me just get into it, you know? So, well, actually, excuse me. Spoiler-free section first. I forgot to mention that. So this arc again, super short. Like it barely constitutes as an arc, but it is important enough to talk about because this changes the world like significantly. So it's hard not to talk about it, but the only way I can talk about it is through spoilers. So I'm gonna give it like a six out of 10. It's short, and I feel like it could have just not been designated its own arc, but it is. And it's like a lot of important stuff happens in this arc. It's not bad. It's generally just not like I don't want to say it's bad, but it's not long enough to be like, wow, this arc is amazing. I love this arc. No, like it doesn't have any story. Like it literally is just I can't say it. But when I get into the spoiler section, it I'll talk about it then. But there's not enough meat and substance in this arc to be like, wow, this arc is amazing. This is peak fiction. It's though what the arc serves, the purpose that it serves, is completely different from what an arc means, and that's perfectly fine. Like I'm not trying to drag Reverie and be like, oh, this arc is garbage. No, like it's just it serves its purpose and it serves it well, just not well enough for me to give it anything higher than like a six or something. So I gotta give it a six, you know. And animation, there's no real point to talk about it. Like it's not like anything crazy happens in it. Voice acting, same here. Some cute scenes, I won't lie, has some cute scenes. But overall, it's the importance that this arc holds going into Wano. So just remember that when you listen to this video. But yeah, spoiler free section over. Spoiler section beginning. So this arc basically is we're taking a look at what's happening in the outside world. So as you know how we were just in Whole Cake Island. Reverie is basically what's going on in the government side and what's happening with that. So this arc is basically all the world powers joining together to have a meeting about the world, the current state of affairs in the world. And you have all these countries like Alabasta, people like that, how we've seen in our journey. We even have like Wapol and his Drum Kingdom stuff. Like we see everybody, and it's just them talking about current state of affairs because that happens every 4 years. And you gotta remember, One Piece started 2 years ago. Like in the world itself, it started 2 years ago, like two and a half. So we wouldn't have seen a reverie in the world in the story up until now because 2 years later, now it's time for another one. So that's why we never seen one before. But this arc is just basically having people reunite or not reunite but learn about Luffy's existence, like how I met Luffy or I met Luffy. Like you have Vivi, Rebecca, and Shirahoshi meeting in the Reverie because Fishman Island, Dressrosa, and Alabasta are all significant world powers. They're all together representing their countries and they're all just having a fun time talking. And Vivi being like the oldest one out of all of them, she's kind of like their older sister type thing, where she's guiding them through this process. Is Rebecca and Vivi, or excuse me, Rebecca and Shirahoshi haven't really had the best of relations with people, especially because warlords were in their islands, some protecting the island and some not. But regardless, they're having a cute, nice conversation. You have Garp and I think Kobe, yeah, Kobe, because Kobe was the one that was escorting Rebecca to Reverie. You have Garp as well showing up, and they're all just talking about Luffy and all that. It's super cool, really nice seeing how connected Luffy is in the world of One Piece. It's awesome. But you also have what's it called? Ah, dang, what's the word? You have Kuma. We see Kuma and Sabo in the Reverie because they're actually here to get Kuma out. We have a bunch of like Revolutionary Army members in this meeting, or not in the meeting, excuse me, like in the premises trying to get Kuma out because if you remember, Kuma is the model for the P something. I forgot what they're called, but the robots that we saw on Saba the Archipelago or just in general. He was the model, and they're trying to find the original Kuma, and Kuma himself is a slave to the celestial dragons, and so they're trying to get him out. And one of the members of the celestial dragons has like a cool scenes. I don't remember if it was back in Fishman Island or whatever, but an important character to the Fishman Island story. He shows up and he defends one of the people at the reverie. Like I think it's Shirahoshi or something like that. And it's super cool. It's a cool scene because it shows character development. Like even celestial dragons can change, even though they're some of the worst people in the world, because they view themselves as deity and therefore they treat people like garbage. So it's a cool scene. It's a nice scene. But overall, it's just we're going over the world events. We're seeing what's happening, and it's an arc that's meant to serve the purpose of Wano. We're not gonna know what's happening on the outside. That's because Wano is a secluded island. That Wano wasn't at the Reverie because it doesn't associate with the world government. It's its own separate entity existing for its own purpose, right? Like I don't know. I don't know what would count as something like this. I guess. Well, no, not in the real. I don't have any comparison. But yeah, this arc is just meant to show like this is what's happening now in the outside world before Luffy goes in, and then we're gonna see after Wano's done what's happening outside. So we're about to see that happen after Wano. But yeah, that's basically it for me for now. I don't really have anything else to say on the arc. It's short, sweet, to the point. It's not that great because nothing much happens in it. There's no like story follow through. It's just we're at the reverie, we're talking all this stuff, walking and talking, and I may be missing some stuff. If I am, let me know in the comments. Put a spoiler tag on it. But to me, this arc was just a little bit in between Whole Cake Island and Wano, so it served its purpose, and I can't really fault it for that. So 6 out of 10. MVP is definitely Vivi. Shout out Vivi. We miss her. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now. Thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoy. Peace.